Hello Kodiak Cubs, this is Uncanny Kodiak here. Just making a quick video. I wanted to show you one of the artistic tools I've been playing around with, and just make a quick video to throw that out there, see if anybody else plays with these the same way that I do. What I got here is they come in about a 4-pack, and these clear tubes, they have nothing in them when they come. Usually, and I've seen this and I haven't tried this, people just put water in these and dip in their watercolors. This watercolor I got either $3.99 or $6.99. It was a good buy. It's a really good set. You don't have to really spend expensive amounts of money, even though you can, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just found this a pretty good set to buy. But so there's that. Right now I'm just having to dip my brush in water and move over that. What I did with this instead is I got a couple of these type of watercolors and I stuck them in here, and I wanted it to be really thick and almost to the point of being difficult to start off with. And then I could come back with water and a brush if I needed to spread it around or whatever. So it's pretty thick. You do have to mix it with some water to get it to come out. But with this method, the consistency is completely up to you. And even though I got some jagged hairs here, you can just squeeze and pretty much go. And it's pretty thick. Well, I kind of like it. And good thing with watercolor is it's always reactive with water, so you can always let it dry and come back and blend it or do whatever you need to. So even with it as thick as I have it, it's still watercolor. But you can do amazing things with watercolor. So this is just one more method to spread your watercolor, and I really like the way the yellow looks. Yellow comes out really nice. It spreads that like almost like it's not watercolor. Let it dry and it has a cool effect. When working with watercolor, you're gonna have to, one of the other things I wanted to show you but I lost. I was trying to straighten up my desk here and I lost track of it. A lot of these come pre-made. A lot of them with black ink. This isn't my favorite. There's one I actually got turned on to by a really awesome artist known as Elliot Fernandez. They're me dropping names there. If you want to go over to his channel, he always has great artistic videos of him drawing or painting with watercolors. But I can't find it now, and I'm going to do because mine broke, and I want to do a video on that. Anyways, so things like that. And even the ink, this one came pre-made. This one I made myself, and I put black magic. But you got to be careful with things like black magic and Higgins calligraphy, because even though it says it dries and then it dries, and some of them say they dry and water won't mess them up. That's not always the case, I find. I've learned to work with it with my watercolors and just pull the blacks and kind of blend them, but you will get bleed from these inks. I haven't found, some of them are horrible and they just bleed everywhere, and you don't want those. The calligraphy and the black magic and the already made brush pens, they seem to another thing that I wanted to point out was your microns. If you're doing comic book art and you're painting over that, it will bleed. You can work that into a great effect with shadows and what have you, and just pretend it's one of your watercolors, but you need to know that it will bleed. But I just thought that was cool. I'm gonna get a couple more, basically I just want the primary colors. So I'm gonna do me a green, but I've lost the empty brush pens. Let me know in the comments below if you use or you have any use these brush pens or have any weird ways that you've worked them. I'm really interested in if anybody's put acrylic in them watered it down and used it that way. See if that works. I would think that would clog up the pen too bad. That's another good thing about watercolor. It does not clog up the pen. And at any point, I probably could wash it out and reuse it on another color. Anyways, Uncanny Kodiak here, just sharing that little tidbit of what I use.